Alright, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, today we will be continuing our lesson, or let's say our final lesson on civics or your social studies. Okay, so let me share the screen first. So here. So here we will be discussing on the topic would be the guideline for conducting in accordance with the provision of the Constitution, okay, regarding rights, liberties, and duties. Okay, so these are the things that um, we should do. Okay, so these are the things that guides us on uh, how to do things according to the Constitution, how to practice our rights, liberties, and of course our duties. Okay, so first one. Okay, people should comply with the provision of the Constitution as follows. Okay, number one. Okay, we have to respect each other's rights and not violate others' rights and liberties. Okay, so this is basic. Okay, so you should respect okay others and do not violate their rights. Okay, like of course you don't want this to happen to yourself as well, right? So if you want respect, you should also respect others. Okay, if you do not want others to violate you, okay, you shouldn't also be violating them. Okay, so these are rights that we have discussed. Okay, like from the midterms. Okay, from our midterm topics, these are the rights such as okay uh, rights to life. Okay, rights and liberties to life. Okay, life and body, rights in the family, rights your honor, okay, your fame, and of course your personal livelihood. Okay, or rights to have a job. Okay, so next one we have there is okay know one's rights and introduce okay others to use and maintain their rights. Okay, such as using one's rights in the election to prevent okay buying or participating in listening people's okay opinions regarding the issue about their community. Okay, so of course we need to know our rights. Okay, and we should introduce it to others. Okay, so that of course every individual should can maintain their rights. Okay, so the example is using one's right in the election. Okay, to prevent buying. Okay, or participating in listening people's opinions regarding the issue about their community. Okay, so by the way, this topic is on page okay, this would be on page 37. Okay, so that would be for okay, sorry about this. Let me just edit this one. Prevent vote buying. Okay, so that is for number 2. Okay, so introduce the rights, your rights to vote, even to others, and of course, okay, also encourage them not to sell or not to sell their votes. Okay, so just in case someone is buying okay their vote. Okay, so that is for number 2. Next, number 3. Okay, we have provide knowledge about human rights and instill the concept of human rights to the community. Okay, and the society, such as okay of course it starts within the family. Okay, so let's say if you have your own family, okay, teach your okay children. Okay, also if you have members of the family who haven't been like who does not know their rights, let's say your grandparents. Okay, you can uh, provide the knowledge or teach them about, okay, their rights as, okay, elderlies of the community. Okay, teach them to family members first, then slowly expanding to other social institutions. Okay, so maybe next would be your co-workers, okay, your classmates. Okay, so we have examples here. An example here is at school. Okay, so just like what I am doing, I am, okay, providing you the knowledge about human rights. Okay, so let's move to the fourth one. Okay, so we have there cooperate with the government and private organizations to protect human rights. Okay, so such as providing information on violation of human rights, okay, for the government officials, or being a volunteer, okay, to help National Human Rights Commission of Thailand or other organizations to protect human rights. So we have there, let me just annotate this for you. Okay, so providing information, okay, on violation of human rights. So let's say you see a government official, or let's say a policeman, okay, a police officer who is, let's say, violating the human rights of a person. Okay, so you can, of course, inform the authorities. Okay, so we have here the authorities, okay, which is, okay, the Human Rights Commission. Okay, so the difference between, okay, the authorities that I've said is, of course, the authorities are, of course, the policeman, okay, or let's say the government. So what if, of course, the government is doing the violation of human rights? What if the policeman, okay, is the policeman is which is a part of the government, is violating human rights? Okay, so then, of course, that is where the Human Rights Commission comes in. Okay, so if, let's say, a regular citizen, so you saw a regular citizen which is violating the human rights of another citizen. Okay, so of course the authorities that would handle that, or that would take care of that, are the policemen, okay, or the police officers. Okay, but in the case of wherein the police officer, okay, a police officer himself is violating the human rights of others, that is for the Human Rights Commission to, okay, take care of. Okay, so there are also other organizations, okay, that are protecting human rights. Okay, so that is for number, okay, 4. So number 5, you have there, fulfill one's roles such as cooperating in, okay, upholding, okay, the upholding the national, religious, monarchical institutions and the constitutional monarchy. Okay, by being a good student, okay, and not creating social problems. Okay, in your case, okay, being a good student. Okay, and of course, for everyone shouldn't be creating social problems. Okay, like let's say bullying. Okay, so creating stories that which are not true. Okay, so these are social problems. Okay, another example of a social problem is racism. Okay, so or also gender bias. Okay, these are examples of social problems. Okay, also helping preserve the Thai culture and local wisdom. Okay, so of course the Thai culture would be the root of your, okay, identity. So we should help in preserving, okay, the culture, and of course local wisdom. Like these are the skills that are, okay, taught to us by our by the previous generations. Okay, and you can do this. Let's say when you have your own family and you have your own children. Okay, you can teach them the culture and the local wisdom. Okay, so they will again pass it on to the next generation. Okay, so next one we have paying tax. Okay, paying tax. Okay, of course when you are employed, if you have a business, if you are receiving an income. Okay, definitely you should pay tax. Okay, of course these taxes should again, okay, go to the uh, 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 go I mean it would be used for the development of the country. Okay, so next one we have, okay, being a soldier. Okay, so being a soldier is also a duty of, okay, Thai citizens. Okay, wherein they have to uh, undergo training. Okay, they have to undergo training to, okay, to be trained as like a military person. Okay, to be a soldier. Okay, because in case of war, okay, let's say these people would be, okay, the reserve, okay, reserve corps. Okay, or the reserved infantry for the country. Okay, just in case, of course, if there is war and there is a shortage of, okay, soldiers. Okay, these people who have trained, okay, will be called out by the, of course, the country. Okay, to protect the country. So preserving, next one is preserving natural resources in and the environment. Okay, so this is another duty of the citizens. And let's the last one is, okay, taking part in activities of the community. Okay, being active in your community. Okay, so you can do this by, of course, like cooperating. Okay, but you can do this by doing all these ones that we have discussed. Okay, cooperating with the community. Okay, cooperating with the community on preserving natural resources. Okay, cooperating with the community in practicing Thai culture and local wisdom. Okay, and of course when you pay tax you are already cooperating. Okay, so that is for number 5. Okay, we have the last one here, which is, we have the last one, which is, okay, promote and encourage, okay, the operations of the independent organizations. Promote and encourage the operations of the independent organizations that were established according to the Constitution. Okay, by providing, okay, about the corruption. Okay, providing information about, okay, the corruption of any government official. Okay. So you have there, if you have witnessed, okay, or you know something that is wrong in the government. So let's say there, okay, that there is some, corruption ongoing. There is an ongoing corruption within the government. Okay, so you should provide the information to these independent organizations. Okay, so that they can do an investigation. Okay, because of course if you provide the information to the government officials themselves, okay, they will just cover up for each other. Okay, or also you can uh, provide this information to the National Anti-Corruption Commission. Okay. Next one is or helping in the operation of the election commission, either by providing information about the corruption. Okay, or let's say a person who is buying votes. Okay, you can provide this information. Okay, during an election. Okay, or also you can do a campaign for the general election by encouraging people to vote. Okay, so these are the uh, guidelines on guidelines for conducting in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. Okay, regarding rights and liberties. Okay, so that ends the topic for finals. Okay, so we started on page. Okay, so we started on page 21, going page 30. Okay, 38 or 39. So this all of the things here will be under your finals for the first semester. Okay, so let me just check the time here. Okay, so let's do a review on all the topics we have discussed. So there. Let's go back here. Okay. Okay, so first we discussed on the Constitution of Thailand. Okay, and of course Constitution is the supreme law used in governing the country. Okay, so that is the meaning of the Constitution. Okay, so it is the highest law, or it is the guideline for all the laws that will be made. If it's not, if a bill or a law is not in line or against the Constitution, it would be rejected. Okay, so we have there. Okay, we have there the during the year 1932. Okay, it was the year wherein Thailand has changed from absolute monarchy to constitutional monarchy, which we have now, the constitutional monarchy. Okay, so also we have the most recent the most recent constitution, or the 20th constitution of the Kingdom of Thailand, that that was applied in or took effect during the year 2017. Until now we follow the same constitution, the 20th constitution. Next one is the importance of the constitution. So we have there, it shows that Thailand is a sovereign country. Thailand is a unitary state. It ensures that Thailand is governed by democratic monarchy, where king is the head of the country, and exercises power through the parliament, cabinet, and the courts, to the provisions stated in the constitution. The constitution also protects human dignities, rights, liberties of Thai people. So another one, Thai people irrespective of their origins, sex, or religion shall receive equal protection under the constitution. So you have their irrespective, meaning whether they are male or female, whether they no matter where they came from. Okay, no matter what religion they follow. Okay, they shall receive equal protection under the Constitution. Okay, next one is the aims of the Constitution. Okay, its main is to maintain the independence, sovereignty, and security, okay, of the nation. Okay, number two is to preserve religions. Okay, number three, admiring His Majesty the King as the head of the state and as a role model of Thai people. Number four, we have there holding the principles of constitutional monarchy. Okay, next one, number five. Okay, we are assuring and protecting human dignities, rights, liberties, and equalities of all the people. Okay, so these are the aims of the Constitution. Okay, so when they say aim, these are the things that uh, the Constitution, okay, would like to achieve. Okay, would like to give to the people. Okay. Next one, okay, is the principles of Constitution. Okay, so we have there, okay, the Kingdom of Thailand is a unitary state. It cannot be, okay, separated. So, Thailand is a democratic country under constitutional monarchy. Okay, number three, okay, sovereignty, which is the highest power, belongs to Thai people. By, of course, by doing an election. Okay, and we will be selecting our representatives to represent us. Okay. So you have there, everyone owns the supreme power of administration. Okay. So next one, number four, the Constitution protects the dignities. Okay, again, we have, this was repeated many times. Okay. It protects human beings, the human rights, human liberties, and equalities. Okay. So we have the next one here. Okay. So the Constitution also provides protection. Okay. Whether wherever they come from. Okay. So whatever religion, whatever gender. Okay. So that everyone who has Thai nationality, including the poor or the rich, will gain equal protection under the Constitution. So we have there number six. Okay, the Constitution is the supreme law of the nation. Okay, any rules cannot be against the Constitution. Okay, so we have the structure. Okay, the structure and essence. Okay, from the principles and aims, okay, we just discussed. Okay, this leads to the formulation and of the structure and essence of the Constitution. Okay, so these are the following. Okay. Okay, we have number one. Okay, to emphasize the protection of rights, okay, and rights and liberties of its people. Okay. Number two, to identify the duties of Thai citizens. Okay. To stipulate the basic state policy. Okay. So this means the state to pass laws and set policies in governing the country in all aspects, which leads to the country's stability and peaceful coexistence. So that's number three. We have number four. Okay. Also, the Constitution, okay, provides roles and duties of the Parliament. Okay, and under the Parliament we have, okay, the House of Representatives and the Senate. So next one we have is, okay, to provide again the roles of council ministers. Okay. So council ministers are the people who are governing, okay, the country. To govern the state according to declared policies and to enforce laws effectively. Okay. Also to provide regulations on the party and the election. Okay. And we have number 7, which is, okay, provide regulations on the courts. Okay. To judge legal cases fairly in accordance to the law. So under that, we have 4 courts, 4 system of courts. We have the Constitutional Court of Justice, Administrative. Anyways, we will be talking about this later. Okay. So the different courts. Okay. 4 systems of courts. So number 8, the importance of, okay, virtues and ethics. Okay. So the Constitution provides the importance of virtues and ethics for the politicians to have guidelines, okay, on how they should, okay, do things and how they should behave. Okay. Number 9, okay, promote political participation of the people. Okay, and number 10, provide organizations or private or independent organizations to examine the state authority. And number 10, stipulate the roles and duties of local administrative organizations. Okay. So those are all the things that are under the Constitution. Okay, the meaning, the aim, okay, and the principles, and of course the structure. So now we move to sovereignty. Okay. Okay, so for sovereignty, it is the supreme power in governing the country. Okay, sovereign power rests with the people and is exercised through representative bodies. Okay. Such as the parliament. Okay. So for representative bodies, we have the parliament, right? So and also under parliament we have the Senate and the House of Representatives. Okay. If one more note here, if this power belongs to a single person, there will be too much power to govern the country, or that person may use such power for personal benefit and might violate the rights and liberties of others. That is why, okay, the sovereign power is distributed into 3 parts, which is, okay, the legislative. Okay, and again, this power is practiced by the parliament. Okay, and the parliament, okay, are the people or the representatives, okay, of the people, okay, of the country. Okay. Next one, we have the executive power through council members. Okay, so these ones are the government or executive power is basically the power of the government. Okay, which is through the council ministers. Okay, so they are the ones, okay, implementing the laws. Okay, so for the parliament are the people who are making the laws. Okay, so in simple words. Okay, and executive power are the people who are, okay, applying the laws to the citizens. And next one is the judicial power. Okay, through the courts. So this has the power to judge, okay, cases of different cases with the use of course, their power and the use of the Constitution. Okay, and by basing on the laws that were, okay, applied, or laws that were, okay, approved by the parliament. And okay, also policies of the council ministers. Okay? So these three institutions have to be balanced. Okay? So none of them should have more power than another. Okay? Again, the aim of the separation of power is to protect rights, liberties, and interests of the people. Okay? Also, this power is separated. Okay? Because it is stated, okay, in the Constitution. It is the principle of the Constitution. So next one, let's talk about the first power, which is the legislative power. Okay, so for legislative power, they are the parliament has a bicameral system. Okay, which consists of, okay, the one I told you earlier, House of Representatives and the Senate. Okay, so they are representatives of people to use sovereign power legislatively. Okay, and when they say legislatively, they are, let me just skip this one. Okay, when they say legislatively, they are the ones who approve the laws. Okay, laws or draft bills of organic law or other draft bills. Okay, this is for the both House of Representatives and the Senate. Okay, so let's move first to the House of Representatives. Okay, so the House of Representatives is the main component of the parliament system. Okay, and one of their role is to, okay, examine, okay, the bills of organic law and other draft bills. When they say draft, it is not yet a law, like it is still under review. Okay, so number two, control the state administration, okay, of the government, such as consulting with the ministers. So like their all or another their other, okay, duty is to, let's say, check whether, okay, the council ministers are doing their job. The council ministers are doing their job. They're not doing corruption. Okay, so they are doing their job correctly. Okay, so that is a role of the parliament. Okay, or the House of Representatives. Okay, same with the Senate. Okay, so you see here, after a draft bill is approved by uh, the House of Representatives, okay, they would go, okay, they would undergo another review from the Senate. Okay, so you see here, bills that have passed the consideration of the House of Representatives, meaning if they have been approved by the House of Representatives, they will be, okay, reviewed one more time by the Senate. Okay, next one. Okay, to control the state administration of the government. Okay, so they have their role is to control, meaning they can make an argument with the council ministers, or they can do a debate. Okay, if just in case, let's say there a council minister is, okay, insisting that a draft bill should be, okay, approved. Okay, so they are the Senate and the House of Representatives are the people who can dispute that. Okay, so when they say control, they can also, okay, they are like looking after, okay, the state administration. Also, third role is to provide suggestions to the king in appointing a committee or other important positions. Okay. So next one is the administrative power. Okay, so the power of the council ministers or the government. Okay, so they are the ones that govern the country in accordance with the constitution. Okay, So they are the ones to stipulate the policy in the Constitution. Okay, so let me just. We still have time. Yeah, I think we still do. Let me just show you a summary of this ones. Okay, so the separation of powers. Okay, so Parliament, they have the power to make and change laws. Okay, next one is the executive or the administrative. Okay, power. Okay, they are they have the power to put law into action. Okay, and the judiciary is okay the power to make judgments on law. Okay, so we have also here the role of House of Representatives. Okay, so you have there propose or debate on and vote on bills and amendments. Okay, they also are the representatives of their people in their own electorates. Okay, so in every, let's say, province there are representatives, okay, that are selected to represent their electorates. Okay, so scrutinize executive government. So when they are administrative government, this is another word for administrative. Okay, so scrutinize. When they say scrutinize, they should be their job is to, let's say, look into every detail on the things that the administration are doing. Okay, so that is what it means to scrutinize. So also for the Senate, very similar. Okay, and also for senators, they have the power to impeach officials, high-ranking officials of the administration. Okay, even the prime minister. Okay, so anyway, everything is in your book, and I want you to go to this link. Okay, and I will also be sharing this link on the line group. Okay, so that everybody can answer. So the link would be here. So I'll be typing it on the screen. So there you go. Okay. So this is actually an image. Okay, and you can maybe try to use maybe paint. Okay, to match the answers to the correct ones. Okay, no, sorry. You can just grab a piece of paper. Okay, this is numbers 1 to 10, and there is a word box provided at the bottom, and you can select the answers from there on each question. Okay. So we will be answering them on the next meeting. Okay. So let me just check the time if we still have time. Let me see, how do I I need to stop the share first. Okay, anyways, okay, I want you to answer this one. So I'll be showing you the questions here. Okay, so we have the first one. Okay, they have the power to impeach a person, okay, holding political position. Okay, so the choices would be at the bottom here. So you can choose the correct answer, of course. Okay, choose the correct answer. Okay, and write it down in here on the space provided here. Or you can just grab a piece of paper and okay, write down the answers. Okay, or maybe on your mobile phones, 1 to 10, write down the answers. Okay, and take a screenshot, send it on okay, the line group. Alright, so I'll be seeing you next week. Okay, so take care, everyone. Bye.